It's 3 a.m. You and two of your friends grab a crowbar, sneak behind your neighbor's house, jimmy open the back door, go into the basement, grab some packages, put them in your minivan, drive hundreds of miles, and pass them along because you believe it's the right thing to do. I did that, of sorts. I broke the law hundreds of times because I believed what was happening was immoral and unethical. My name is Jesse Stubbs. I'm a Quaker from West Elkton, Ohio, about 6 miles southeast here of Camden. I was born in 1809 and died in 1888. My job was a conductor. There was a train that ran from here up to Canada. My job was to unload illegal packages on that train and move them from station to line to station. In 1845, those packages, slaves, were transported on the Underground Railroad, where West Elkton was one of the major stations along the way. In 1845, it was risky business. There were bounty hunters that would come up from Kentucky, make the long distance looking for runaway slaves. They would offer $1,000 to $9,000 for the location or the return of these slaves. One reason being is a good slave was worth $10,000 to $12,000 at auction at the time as a piece of property. My job and the family's job would be to take these souls, these broken souls, in the middle of the night, whose clothes were tattered, torn from hiding in the brush, no shoes from being stuck in the mud. We would bathe them, we would clothe them, we would feed them and bed them. I often would take two of the small boys and put them in my son's bed in order to stay warm and be able to rest at night. And then at dusk, myself and my friend Solomon would load them up into his wagon. The wagon had a hollow base where we would hide the precious cargo at and cover it with hay, and then spend half the evening going up the line from this station to the next station. Sometimes we would actually send a group of emancipated slaves with papers ahead of time just to make sure there was no bounty hunters or law officials along the way, just to make sure things were safe. 1850, everything changed. That's when the Fugitive Slave Act came into being, which now meant our practice was illegal, which really caused a schism in the Quaker community because now it was illegal to do what we were doing, and about half our team fell away. So as I sit here 170 years in the future, I often think what a wonderful place the United States should be. We've had 150 years of peace. We've had almost 150 years. But the aspect of being a free nation, free of slavery, should be wonderful. But I think we would all agree that slavery is wrong and immoral and unethical. But would we agree slavery is gone? Does it exist today? I'm not sure, because everything is not what it appears. Myself, no one knew I was a conductor on the Underground Railroad, so things are not always as they appear. So I was talking to Matt, and he gave me this thing and said it was called Siri, and I could ask some questions of it. So we'll give it a shot here. Never done this before. Hey Siri, what type of slavery exists in the United States today?
Okay, I found this on the web.
child sex trafficking, forced labor in this country? What's this about? What? Hey Siri, what's the definition of sex trafficking?
Sex trafficking means the action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another for the purpose of sexual exploitation.
I can't believe that this would happen today in the United States. What's our commitment? How do we help the situation? What is our role in this? So what? What can we do to fight slavery today? What is our role? What is our extent? Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story of Craig Lanford, a friend of mine who was an emancipated slave. He told me the story where his wife and 7 children were still slaves in Kentucky. I felt that this was wrong. So I gathered $5,000 of my money and other people's money, made the long journey to Kentucky, bought them back, and brought them back here to West Elkton to reunite with his family. But I was curious. Let's see if Siri can do this. Hey Siri, $5,000, 1850 present day.
Okay, I found this on the web for domicile 5,018 present day. Check it out.
Nearly $200,000. That's the price of 8 people in 1850. What can $200,000 buy today? What? So what? Would you break the law? Would you go to jail for something that you think is immoral and unethical? Would you do something radical in support of your beliefs? What extent would you go to defend your beliefs?